Welcome to Stars Died Today. It's Sunday, August 18th, and we're here to bring you the latest updates on recent celebrity losses. Join us as we uncover the unfolding stories behind these tragic events. From Hollywood icons to beloved personalities worldwide, stay tuned for in-depth coverage and updates on today's passings and more. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for timely notifications. Plus, we have an exclusive revelation about Demi Moore that you won't want to miss. Shocking update. Demi Moore stands by Bruce Willis amid dementia battle, ***. In a heart-wrenching twist, Demi Moore, 61, has vowed to stand by her ex-husband Bruce Willis, 69, as he battles the devastating effects of dementia. Despite their divorce, the Ghost star remains fiercely devoted, seeing Bruce weekly and ensuring he's never alone. An insider reveals, Demi promised Bruce she'd support his wife, Emma, and their young daughters too. With his condition worsening, Willis struggles with speech, relying on his family's unwavering support. As the clock ticks, Moore refuses to abandon him, showcasing an extraordinary bond that defies their past. John Rodríguez Jr., born on September 11, 1945, in the lively streets of El Barrio, New York, was destined to leave an indelible mark on Latin music. Though his early passions were focused on stickball rather than music, his father's influence opened a new path for him. At just 17, Johnny "Dandy" Rodríguez secured a coveted spot as a bongo player with Tito Puente's renowned orchestra. This was the start of an extraordinary career that would span over 30 years with Puente. Rodríguez's musical journey extended beyond Puente, with notable collaborations including Tito Rodríguez, Ray Barretto, and Alfredo de la Fe. His versatility and rhythmic mastery shone through in several prominent salsa ensembles, such as the Tico All-Stars, Fania All-Stars, and Típica 73. After helping to form Típica 73 and remaining with the group until 1979, Johnny rejoined Puente's band, continuing his contribution until Tito's passing in May 2000. Johnny's influence was far-reaching, with recordings featuring legendary artists like Celia Cruz, Paquito de Rivera, and Willie Rosario. His legacy was cemented with Latin percussion's tribute, naming a bongo set and cowbells in his honor. He also led the Mambo Legends Orchestra alongside Mitch Froman, and directed by Jose Madera, a role he maintained until his death. The son of the esteemed conguero Johnny "Elveque" Rodríguez, Johnny "Dandy" Rodríguez inherited a rich musical legacy. He passed away in Las Vegas on August 17, 2024, at the age of 78, leaving behind a vibrant legacy in the world of Latin music. Luther Kent, born Ken Rowell on June 23, 1948, in New Orleans, Louisiana, was a force of nature in the world of blues. With a voice that resonated with the soulful depth of the Mississippi, Kent became a staple of the New Orleans music scene. His powerful vocals, shaped by the influences of legends like Bobby Bland, Etta James, and Ray Charles, set him apart as a true bluesman. Kent's journey into music began early, with his professional career starting at the tender age of 14. His first record, released by Montel Records, marked the beginning of a lifelong dedication to music. By 1970, he had become the lead singer for Cold Grits, but despite being signed to Ode Records, their album was never released. In 1974, Kent briefly toured with Blood, Sweat and Tears, but contractual obligations prevented him from recording with the band. In 1977, he released his first solo album, World Class *, recorded at the iconic Abbey Road Studios. The following year, he teamed up with Charlie Brent to form Luther Kent and Trick Bag, a band that would define the New Orleans blues scene throughout the 1980s and 1990s. Kent's musical legacy includes gospel albums, international tours, and collaborations with artists like Alan Toussaint and Pete Fountain. Luther Kent passed away on August 16, 2024, at the age of 76, leaving behind a rich legacy of blues music that will echo through New Orleans and beyond. Autry Stephens, born on March 8, 1938, in DeLeon, Texas, was a visionary in the energy sector, a man whose roots in a humble farming family led him to the heights of American industry. Growing up as one of 5 children to Martin Elmore Stephens, a dedicated watermelon and peanut farmer, and Hazel Leela Stephens, Autry's journey began far from the oil fields of Texas. His early years were steeped in the values of hard work and perseverance, which he carried with him as he pursued higher education at the University of Texas at Austin, earning both a bachelor's and master's degree in petroleum engineering by 1962. In 1979, Stephens founded Endeavor Energy Resources in Midland, Texas, transforming it into a powerhouse in the oil and gas industry. His strategic leadership and deep understanding of the energy sector propelled Endeavor to remarkable success. By February 2024, his life's work culminated in the announcement that Diamondback Energy would acquire Endeavor for a staggering $26 billion, securing Stephens' place among the elite on the Forbes 400 list. Stephens' legacy extended beyond business. He was a devoted husband to Linda and a proud father to their 2 children, Lyndall and Trey, who continue to be active in the family business. On August 16, 2024, at the age of 86, Autry Stephens passed away, leaving behind a legacy of innovation, hard work, and a life dedicated to both family and the energy industry. Scott Dean Bloomquist, born on November 14, 1963, in Fort Dodge, Iowa, carved out a legendary career in the world of dirt super late model racing. Revered as one of the sport's most iconic figures, Bloomquist's passion for speed led him to national fame and a permanent place in the National Dirt Late Model Hall of Fame in 2002. His prowess on the dirt tracks was matched by his entrepreneurial spirit as the owner of Team Zero Race Cars, a leading manufacturer of dirt late model chassis. Despite his success, Bloomquist's life was not without its challenges. In March 2019, a severe motorcycle accident in Daytona Beach, Florida, left him with significant leg and hip injuries, a setback that tested his resilience. In 2023, he faced another battle when he was diagnosed with prostate cancer, forcing him to delay needed back surgeries to undergo treatment. Bloomquist's life was also marked by legal troubles, including a 1993 arrest for drug possession, which led to a brief prison sentence in 1997. Through it all, he remained a fierce competitor on the track. Tragically, on August 16, 2024, Bloomquist's life was cut short when his vintage airplane crashed near his home in Mooresburg, Tennessee. He was 60 years old, leaving behind a legacy as one of racing's most formidable and unforgettable figures. Afa Anoaʻi Afa Anoaʻi, born on November 21, 1942, in the Western Samoa Trust Territory, was destined for greatness in the world of professional wrestling. After relocating to San Francisco as a child, Afa enlisted in the United States Marine Corps at 17. Upon leaving the Marines, he began training under family members Rocky Johnson and Peter Maivia, eventually stepping into the ring in 1971. Afa's wrestling career truly took off when he and his brother Sika formed the legendary tag team, the Wild Samoans. Known for their ferocity and unorthodox behavior, the duo dominated the wrestling world in the 1970s and 1980s, capturing multiple WWF World Tag Team Championships. Their wild personas, grunting communication, and raw fish-eating antics made them unforgettable figures in the WWF, where they were managed by Lou Albano. After retiring from active competition in 1995, Afa dedicated himself to training the next generation of wrestlers at the Wild Samoan Training Center in Florida. His influence continued beyond the ring, and in 2007, the Wild Samoans were inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. On August 16, 2024, at the age of 81, Afa Anoaʻi passed away, leaving behind a legacy as one of wrestling's most revered pioneers, just 2 months after his brother Sika's death. Robert Caldwell Hicks, born on July 21, 1933, in Newton, North Carolina, was a bluegrass legend whose fiddle brought melodies to life for over 50 years. From the moment he picked up a fiddle before the age of 9, it was clear that Hicks was destined for greatness. At just 11 years old, he claimed the title of North Carolina state champion, with his rendition of Black Mountain Rag setting the stage for a remarkable career. In the early 1950s, Hicks joined Jim Ince's band, and by 1953, he was recruited by Carlton Haney to play bass for Bill Monroe's Bluegrass Boys. It wasn't long before Hicks switched to fiddle, and Monroe, impressed by his talent, declared him the truest fiddler he had ever heard. Hicks's unique Nashville swing style, learned from session fiddler Dale Potter, became a hallmark of his performances with Monroe. After serving in the Army, Hicks rejoined the Bluegrass Boys in 1958, recording 10 more songs, before moving on to join Porter Wagoner in 1959. His career took him to Las Vegas in 1963, where he played with the Judy Lynn Show for 7 years. In 1981, he joined Ricky Skaggs, a partnership that lasted 23 years. Throughout the mid-1980s, Hicks frequently performed with Monroe, both on stage and in the studio, solidifying his place in bluegrass history. A 10-time Grammy winner, Hicks was inducted into the International Bluegrass Music Hall of Fame in 2017, a fitting tribute to his contributions to the genre. On August 16, 2024, at the age of 91, Bobby Hicks passed away from complications of heart disease, leaving behind a legacy as one of bluegrass music's most revered fiddlers. Charles Blackwell, born on May 20, 1940, in Leytonstone, London, was a self-taught musical prodigy who became one of the most prolific arrangers, record producers, and songwriters of the 1960s and 1970s. Starting his career at the young age of 18, under the guidance of legendary producer Joe Meek, Blackwell quickly made his mark on the music industry. His arrangements and productions were behind some of the era's most iconic hits, including Johnny Remember Me by John Lydon, Tom Jones's classics like What's New Pussycat and I'll Never Fall in Love Again, and Engelbert Humperdinck's Release Me and A Man Without Love. Beyond the UK, Blackwell's talent crossed borders as he worked with francophone artists like Mitchell Polnareff and François Hardy, for whom he composed and arranged several hits. His versatility also saw him contributing to film scores, including Asterix, What's New Pussycat, Asterix and Asterix After the Fox Asterix, collaborating with Burt Bacharach. In addition, he arranged and conducted for Eurovision, and even co-wrote hits for David Hasselhoff in the 1990s. Charles Blackwell's influence on music spanned decades, and his legacy lives on in the countless timeless records he helped create. He passed away in August 2024 at the age of 84.